Last video we picked up the motor up in Auckland, went to pick apart and ripped it out of the Daihatsu. We also put together the transaxle, and now we've moved on to the actual chassis. Picked it up yesterday from the sandblasters and giving it a scrub down. They primed it for us as well, giving it a scrub down, making it look pretty to paint it today as well.
I'm in a hurry. I've got a very important phone call to make.
There's been a lot of paint fumes consumed. Not bad. It's very white, eh? Some shit's happened since I last was on this GoPro. It's all painted. It's looking a little bit Timo-esque. I thought it was going to be a lot darker than it is. It's quite silver. I'm just going to run with it. Hopefully it looks quite good with the body on it, because that's the colour scheme we're going with there. But this body here is for that car up there. So this is a class 3 Brad's racing next weekend on Labor Day. They've been doing quite a lot of stuff with it in the last few months, and it's a big rush. There's a big rush to get it done. There's a big checklist that's been getting checked off it. You can have a look at the whiteboard there. She's a bit of a big list, and it keeps getting longer. But I did bolt a few things onto my car today. Not a heap, just sort of sussing out what I have and what I don't have and what I need to do. Did the steering rack, power steering, bolted the pedal box in, cutter brakes, gear stick, and I haven't actually bolted the trans in, but it is sitting in there just to sort of see what I'm looking at needing to get. I need to stud the trans to be able to bolt it in, so that's something to do this week. At the moment, this is sort of our main push, because yeah, it's getting raced next weekend and it needs to be sorted out. So yeah, the video's been all over the show. It's painted. There's a few things getting bolted up to it now. All the engine parts are getting vapor blasted. Yeah, very light silver, very light. I'm not too sure if I'm happy with it, but we're just going to run it and see how it goes. You look at it at different angles, it looks quite cool, but it's going to be hard to call. We'll figure it out when it's all bolted up and I go, that looks shit. We've had a conundrum.
Fuel lining. Ooh.
Ready?
What the fuck?
The whole mission of this video was getting oil pressure in this thing, getting it ready for the weekend, but sadly we have not completed that task. Two different motors, both got low oil pressure, gauge issues, line issues, oil filter issues, oil filter housing issues. Brad tapped and drilled and tapped new holes for where the oil pressure gauge gets its oil reading from. That didn't change. If anything, it made it worse, which is a bit of a pain in the ass. So I think next step is Campbell coming from Cambridge and pretty much rebuilding a motor. So hopefully by the end of this video, this car's ready to race on Saturday. It's now Tuesday. We have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 3 days. Oh well, so I've done another case of bloody missing a recording. Just to give you guys a bit of context, Campbell ended up coming over on the Wednesday night, I think, pulled apart that motor that we swapped that night before and couldn't find a single thing wrong with it. So the next step was to pretty much figure out what the issue was with the motor that's in the car. Found, I think they cut a oil relief spring, so I gained an extra 10 psi of oil pressure. He pulled off the oil pump on the Volkswagen and discovered there was a port that's meant to be blocked off, wasn't blocked off. He blocked that off, put the pump back in, and boom, we had oil pressure. Leading on from that though, now we had way too much oil pressure. It was the opposite of the Spectrum, which was a pain in the ass. We popped 4 oil filters, we burst the oil line, but once we had some thinner oil dropped off, the oil pressure dropped down a little bit. And once obviously the car warmed up, the oil pressure dropped right back down, which was at a safe level. I've got a couple clips of the racing, only really one lap of it, so a bit of a bugger, but cheers! she's back home now. It's as you can see, she's not the cleanest wagon, but she's home. She drove off the trailer, she drove on the trailer. We lost 5 litres of oil somewhere. Don't know where, but that's okay. There's another 5 litres in there. Other than that, really the only other break we had was about 4 oil filters of just popping them, which is a bit of a pain in the ass. We changed these lines. They had these original blue lines on there, and we closed the circuit, looped it, and burst a hose. So it would have been pumping out a bit of oil pressure, which is the opposite problem than we had the first time. So there's another weird thing, but that's okay. Got a filter on there that hasn't popped off. It's been on there for a while now. It actually did pop off originally, but it was just the O-ring, so we just stuck that back on there because we don't have oil filters coming out of our arse. Only other real damage that we had was, I think, this rear wheel. It had a buckle in there, and that's it. And I think that's it, which is really impressive for a short course day and an enduro on Sunday. So this will get a good clean up, strip it all down. I think that motors are going to get cleaned up and stripped down. Yeah, we've got to get that motor there stripped apart. I think that's going to be Campbell's mission. He's going to be rebuilding that one or pulling it apart, seeing what's wrong with it, fixing what's wrong with it. But other than that, it's a good day. She's back home. Nothing stupid happened. Yeah.